Give me one or two things that make your tribe, and I'm talking about your base tribe. I mean, what makes it so unique that you want to be part of it? All right, we're going to talk about tribe today, Bear. I am so excited about talking about different types of groups and affinity groups. And what do you think about that?
So, Chap, I'm glad you brought that up, man. I've been talking, I've been doing a lot of research on tribes. Recently read a book by Sebastian Junger called Tribe, and very interesting book. And one of the things that I really found interesting in that book is American Indians would take captives. Right. And once they were released from captivity, they would escape and go back to that tribe.
Right. Yeah. That's their people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we have our people now.
Who's in your tribe, Chap?
Which one? I've got so many tribes. It's crazy. And I think we all do. But my wife is in my family tribe, my kids. You're in my work tribe and friend tribe. I have a bowling tribe. I like to bowl. I know it's a weird thing, but I like to bowl. And so I got a tribe of bowlers. That's
right,
cool.
Right.
And I like to shoot. Got the shooting tribe. But then I have a leadership tribe I meet with. So there's all kinds of, I think a lot of times when we think about this idea of a tribe, we think it's some primordial group of people that we just have to hang around. But no, we're all, if we're engaged in living, we're all part of multiple tribes. I like to say community. That's a more common word today. We talk about being in community with other people, but it's the same thing. It's an affinity group. Dentists hang out with dentists. Lawyers hang out with lawyers. Combat vets hang out with combat vets. It's just how it is. And you can break that down into ethnicity. You can break that down into gender. You can break that down into all kinds of small micro groups, but they're all tribes. What I think is most important is which tribes or which tribe is your foundation, your core tribe. And that's going to be the people who you relate to the best. You can trust them. They challenge you. They grow you. They make you better. They don't make you worse. We're spending way too much time in tribes that hurt us and don't build us.
I don't think that's a real tribe then. I don't think that's a real community.
Let's call it an anti-tribe.
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 I like that.
I'm going to write a book, Anti-Tribe.
So one of the things that I found interesting, every duty station I went to, I got the most out of it when I got involved with the community.
Absolutely.
So being a part of that community, being a part of something and not just going at it alone. An African proverb that I'd recently read: if you want to go fast, go alone. Right. If you want to go far, go together.
Absolutely. I mean, just picture a warm, inviting, inspirational environment, a place where you can let your hair down. Oh, let your hair down. Sorry about that. A place where you can just relax there. A place where you're around people that you trust.
Absolutely. Trust is essential in a tribe.
That's a tribe. And everyone needs that. I do not believe God created us to be alone. I do not believe we function well alone. I think we're telling lies to ourselves as a society when we just want to be the new American Idol. We want to be the most important person in the room because it's a facade. It's a letdown.
Right. Right. When you're the smartest, when you're the fastest, when you're the strongest in your tribe, you probably need to find a new tribe.
Yeah, because you're not going to get better.
That's right. That's right. It's about growth.
Life's about growth.
Absolutely.
I'm a little bit older than you. You probably noticed.
No.
But I can let my hair down. You can't. I've
got this beautiful beard, though, Chad.
Well, that's true. I can't have one of those. I'm not that good. But everywhere I go, I am looking for men and women that can challenge me to be better. It doesn't matter what environment I'm in. I want to be better as a human. I want to be more compassionate. I want to be more selfless. And I think that's one of the things our society is missing. We're not building the right kinds of tribes anymore.
We have such division, right? And in today's society, in today's life, and we're focusing on the differences and not the commonalities.
Yeah.
And that is a grave mistake. It's a grave mistake. So, I mean, we have the best quality of life. We live like kings used to live back in the day.
Right.
Right?
Sure do.
We have running water. We've got flushable toilets. We've got cars that, I mean, everybody used to ride on horseback, right?
Oh, yeah.
So having those improvements to our quality of life, right, has almost separated us. You know, you look at COVID, right, and what happened. You were forced to live with the tribe that you had picked, right? So you were forced to stay with your tribe, right? You didn't have a choice.
Right.
So I hope you made some good decisions.
So give me one or two things that make your tribe, and I'm talking about your base tribe. I mean, what makes it so unique that you want to be part of it?
One is accountability.
Okay.
I want people, again, we talked about this, you know, that are going to make me better. I want people that are going to hold me accountable. If I'm screwing up, I need people to tell me, hey, bro, you need to tighten up your shot group. You need to do an azimuth check.
Yeah.
You need to, you know, you need to be a little bit better. Right.
Right.
You know, you screwed up.
Yeah.
Right. So be better.
Right. But I don't like accountability. I don't like people to tell me what to do.
Oh, man. Why not?
I hear that all the time. I love accountability myself because that is what makes me look for the right track to be on.
Purpose is another thing that tribes share. You know, a clear shared purpose, not just accountability, but being able to share those things, open communication, being able to communicate with your tribe,
Right.
and not look down upon, not have people look down upon you for what you think. Right. That's absolutely essential.
Right.
In a tribe.
Man, have you ever shown up and you stepped into the wrong tribe?
Oh, man.
I have.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's fun when you carry around the moniker of pastor. I love to walk into a tribe of hardcore drinking, cussing guys. And all of a sudden it's, oh, pastor. Hey, pastor. Sorry, we didn't mean to do, you know, it's like, be who you are.
Right. Be authentic.
All right. Be authentic. And I said, God loves you anyway.
Right.
Yeah. You might want to clean up your mouth, but you know, it's just fun, but it's uncomfortable. Holy Toledo.
It is.
Being in the wrong tribe can be very uncomfortable. And how often do we think we want to be in a certain tribe? Because it would be cool or prestigious. And yet when you actually get there, you find out that it's not really what you thought, or it's not where you should be.
Absolutely. That brings us to a point that I read in this book, right? It's called self-determination theory. And I'm going to refer back to my notes real quick. Feeling confident in what you do, feeling authentic in your life. We talked about authenticity.
Yeah.
And feeling connected to others. Yeah. In this book, he talks about how public defenders have a higher sense of satisfaction than high-paid lawyers. Right? Why is that?
Purpose. They're helping people.
Service.
That's right. Absolutely. I think service is one of those places where if you can really find a good tribe that you can do service with, of course, I'm a pro-service kind of guy. I like to serve and help. It's amazing to me how many opportunities there really are out there in this vast world we live in to make a difference in somebody else's life who has less than we do. But too often we're too busy trying to be important to even see those opportunities. And if we're amongst the right people that are challenging us, growing us, moving us in the right directions, I think our eyes are more open to seeing opportunities to help, because we want to help someone else. We want to be men who lift up other people, not push down other people.
Right.
And in the middle of learning how to do that, you become something better.
So I want to kind of, I'm glad you brought that up, and I want to kind of talk about this, the differences. We focus on differences, right?
Yeah.
Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? Are you a Libertarian? It doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about gas prices, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about crime? How do you feel about taxes? These are things that affect us all equally.
Right.
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 Instead of thinking about ourselves, we're thinking about the community.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we're both veterans. We're part of that tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And a country will be judged by how well it treats its veterans.
Right.
So many differences and not enough similarities. Are we just missing the similarities?
Mm-hmm.
Are we not opening our eyes to see what's right in front of us?
Right. Well, I'm going to make a statement that will probably get me in trouble, but I believe it with all that I am. I believe it with a passion.
Right.
That the American tribe is almost non-existent. The idealism of the American thought has been so gutted over the last 3 decades. And I believe it's because everybody wants it their way. We no longer want to be a team. We no longer want to be affiliated as a group of people around like and common beliefs. Everybody wants their own thing, their own way, whenever they want it.
Right.
And honestly, that's not how America started.
Something that I found interesting, you look at some of these warrior cultures, some of these warrior tribes.
Yeah.
In Israel, right, they have the IDF, right? They don't go around thanking people for their service because most of their people serve, right? So when you do that, right, I know it's important to celebrate differences, but it's more important to celebrate those similarities, right? While I love hearing "thank you for my service,"
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's not necessary, right? I appreciate, people acknowledging that fact,
Right.
but in a sense, that also creates a divide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's really important that we be among people that have the same goals that we have.
Absolutely.
In my family tribe, I've always tried to be the leader with love and compassion and accountability. But at the same time, part of the dad goal is to generate a direction where we're all on the same page as a family. Now, as kids grow, they come into their own. They come up with their own ideas, and sometimes they're on the same. They want to be in the same tribe, and sometimes they don't.
Right.
But I think that supportive attitude is where we're supposed to be, and I think it goes all the way until the time you die. We should always be looking for ways to generate positive thinking, positive thoughts, and inclusiveness. I grew up in a time in this country when inclusiveness was hard to find. We were very, very much a people of distraction.
Right.
And everything that we could find to keep us separated was there. And I'm going to be honest, it's been a lovely change to see more and more camaraderie amongst different types of individuals, and the idea that we continue to separate ourselves for the sake of political prowess or money or any other reason, I find to be disingenuous and unusable. And so God made us all. I think we need to all get along and learn how to get along. We have our uniquenesses. We have our tribes. But at the end of the day, we all need to eat. We all want to grow. We all want our kids to do well. We all want to experience life that is grand. And if all we want to do is cut each other down, that doesn't get us any closer to that harmonious life of fulfillment that I believe God wants us to have.
Absolutely. We were all strangers in the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
So we all come from different backgrounds.
Sure.
But again, man, what's our similarities? What do we have in common? And if you haven't found that in your life, you need to find that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that, to me, that's the key to happiness, man. That's the key to success. Is having like-minded people around you, people that you can talk to, people that you can relate with.
Right.
I mean, don't you want that in your life?
Right.
Nobody wants to be alone.
Where do you find people that you respect and respect you? Where do you find people who want to be environmentally common with you? It's getting harder and harder to find because there are so many things out there that aren't real.
Absolutely.
We're living in a fake world. We're living in a world of surrogation. We're living in a world of avatars. I mean, we're living in a world of bots. So how do we find honest, supportive, valuable tribes in the 21st century in this country when everybody spends half their time griping instead of being encouragers?
Man,
that's a lot, wasn't it?
I think you have to be open and honest with yourself first, and then once you can do that, and you're honest with yourself, and you're open to that, you're open to learning, and you're open to new experiences. And I think again, that's everybody's responsibility to be that, to do that, to embody that. But man, when guys were coming back from World War II, that's how the Hells Angels got founded. Right. I don't know if you know that or not, but guys coming back from war, I'm sorry, I misspoke. World War II, Vietnam. Guys were coming back from World War II in Vietnam, and they wanted that community. They wanted that tribe because they felt so alone.
Right.
Right. Coming back from war because not everybody experienced that. Right. So how do you offload that? You have to have a good peer group. That's one of the things that I think social media is good for, right? Yeah. It's not the negativity that we brought up. It's possibly finding your tribe, but you have to be open to do that.
Right.
You have to be open to share your experiences. You have to be vulnerable, right?
Right.
And that's not the easiest thing to do, is to be vulnerable with other people.
No. Well, I'm a firm believer that no one is successful alone. There's this idea in business, especially in business, that you can be successful all by yourself. That's a lie. Even doing what we're doing right now, we're not doing it by ourselves.
Right.
We have a team. We have a group of people that believe in what we're trying to do. When you're doing business, you're not just doing everything and making it work. You have front office people, you have back office people, you have field people. So all of this crazy stuff out there where people think that they're successful by themselves, it's bull. We are successful because we create a tribe that helps us be successful.
Right, absolutely.
Now, that's a different way of looking at business growth, but I think if we get into truth, none of us are successful alone. And the more we can work together to be successful, the more success we'll have in our own lives.
I like that. I like that.
That's a free quote.
That's a good one. That's a good one, chap. I appreciate that.
And I think let's close on this. Let's close on the fact that tribalism isn't a bad thing, but tribalism, when the tribe is wrong, could be a bad thing. Last word.
Find your tribe. Find people that love you and care about you and respect you, willing to hear you out, right? You need that. You need that in today's world. We are so disconnected. How do you bring that tribe back together?
Right.
Find the right tribe.
Amen. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, chap.
We'll see you next time around.
All right. Thanks for being a part of my tribe.
All right, brother.